What's up, everybody? Big Nas here for Talking Fitness. I just wanted to take a few minutes to say thank you for all the support. We're just about to record our 25th episode, and things are really looking positive for us. And again, thank you. And to show our appreciation, I'm decided to run a contest for the entire month of June. Now, I will be posting more information about the contest and what you need to do to enter, but the winner will be getting some gifts from Gaspari Nutrition himself, and actually will be able to come on my show with Rich Gaspari. Mr. Jason Lowe, how are you, sir?
I'm good. How's it going?
Good, man. How's the Daytona weather?
Oh, today's gorgeous out. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's sunny and I don't know, probably 85 degrees or so, and it's nice.
Yeah, on the coast. See, I'm 80 miles from you, so we get a little hotter. At least you got that coastal winds and stuff over there to help.
Yeah, I'm not too far from the beach, so it's not too bad. I like taking my I do my cardio a lot of times walking the bridge, so you get a nice breeze with that.
Yeah, I got a buddy of mine that owns a condo over there. We stay over there a lot. Usually train at that what's the Gold's right there on 40? Right, you go over the railroad tracks.
Yeah, Gold's and Ormond.
Yeah, Gold's and Ormond. Yeah, that's a nice little gym.
I literally live 5 minutes from there.
Okay.
Yeah.
I see
just moved to Ormond. I was in Daytona Beach, but we just moved up to Ormond. So yeah, I'm like right down the road from that Gold's now.
And you train at Total Nutrition most of the time, right?
Yeah.
That's a good little gym.
I like that gym. The environment's legit,
Oh, that's definitely old school.
Yeah. It's old school. You know, everyone there is friendly and nice, but they're there to train.
Yeah.
They're there not to BS. They're there to get down and dirty and make progress.
Yeah. And if people that are listening, anybody that's looking for an old school gym, I would even describe it as a bodybuilding gym.
Yeah.
Because when you walk in, you see the trophies all the way around,
Yeah, there's power lifters in there too, but yeah, there's trophies, there's pictures of all the past and present bodybuilders and stuff. So it's definitely a good environment.
It is. Now the guy that owns that, he works for Volusia County, doesn't he?
Yeah, he works for the sheriff's department.
Yeah.
And
I've talked to him a couple times. He's a good guy.
Yeah, he used to compete as well. He competed at nationals several times. Bodybuilding.
Yeah, he's a nice guy.
Yeah, he's too busy now, but he still gets in there and tries to get after it. But he's busy as can be. And his wife actually just opened up a rejuvenation clinic next door.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so they saved up for a long time and bought the building next door and just completely renovated it and opened up like a anti-aging clinic there.
Those are popular.
Yeah.
I actually go to a guy over there in Port Orange. He's on my show a couple of times, Dr. Jason.
Yeah, that's what I see as well.
Yeah, he's a good guy. I like him. So yeah, I was actually before pre-COVID hit and that Gold's opened up over here, I was actually looking into opening a gym, and I was picking his brain a little bit because him and I do the same job, and how he was able to do it working this full time and all that. But he manages. So
yeah, I definitely think. Well, his son is there pretty much all day.
Yeah.
So his son pretty much opens it, and I open it most of the time because I'm there training clients before they actually open. So I have a key and I'll go in and start training clients at like 6 a.m. But the gym doesn't actually open until 8.
Okay. Yeah, we're going to talk about that. We'll get to your clients and stuff later. So you're IFBB pro, obviously. You're a 212 pro. How long have you been competing?
It was classic.
Yeah, it was classic. Yeah, I was going to say I was going through your resume here earlier, and I saw that you started out classic.
Yeah, just couldn't make that weight anymore.
Yeah, it's hard.
It was brutal.
When'd you start competing?
I did my first NPC show in 2015.
Okay.
I did the Diamond Classic in Boca, and I won the overall. That was before Classic came out. I won the overall there as a light heavyweight bodybuilder, and then I had competed a few times in like the NGA and stuff like that, and the drug tested organizations before that.
Yeah.
And pretty much like won a lot of stuff in the natural shows and stuff. So I came to the NPC and I was like, let's see if I can hang with these guys, you know? And I won the first show I did.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was like, oh shoot, I got this too. I'm going to nationals.
Mm-hmm.
I went to the Universe and I learned my lesson quick. So it's a different ball game for sure.
I did the same thing. When the Tampa Bay Classic was around, it's not around anymore. I won that. I won my first show, my Tampa Bay Classic. Oh man, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go up and do Dexter's show.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a rude awakening.
Exactly.
Yeah. I didn't place last, but it was damn close.
I think I got ninth. I think I got ninth at the Universe, but it was like I think there was maybe only 13 or 14 guys.
Mm-hmm.
So it wasn't like a huge class, but I ended up in ninth, and then I was like, I got to get bigger. So I just started bulking like crazy. And then like 3 or 4 months after me, like just piling as much food in my body as possible, they announced the Classic division.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, oh, well, I can just lean out and switch to Classic. And, you know, I'm already kind of built for that. I don't have to, you know, spend the next couple of years putting on mass to fit into the light heavyweight or heavyweight division.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I made the switch there. And it was good for the first couple of years, but then I just couldn't suck down to that weight anymore.
Yeah. Now, other than the weight issue, did you enjoy the Classic physique?
I did. Like, so, I mean, you hear from a lot of people, it's like, I enjoy the training,
mm-hmm.
you know, more than the actual competing.
Mm-hmm.
I like getting on stage. I like competing and stuff like that, but I enjoy the training part of it more than anything.
Mm-hmm.
And I kind of had to hold myself back
mm-hmm.
for Classic because I couldn't barely make the weight. Mm-hmm. So it's like the fun aspect of pushing my limits and, you know, progressive overload and trying to continue to just, you know, go beyond my limits and stuff like that. I kind of had to hold back a little bit for
mm-hmm.
Classic.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Now they're the 212 class in the Pro League. Is there just as much as them as there is the Pro Classic guys, or is there a lot more Classic guys?
I think there's a lot more like depth in the Classic division.
Yeah, I would imagine.
The 212 guys that are good are, you know, it's going to take a lot to get up there with the top guys for sure.
That's a tough class, man. People don't realize that 212 class is tough because you got guys that they're aspiring to. I mean, obviously, you guys are aspiring probably to be an open class, right?
Oh yeah, well, I mean, I'm 5'8", so I'm one of the tallest guys up in the.
So you'll do good in open once you get a little more mass.
Oh yeah, I think I still have a year or two in the 212,
mm-hmm.
but if I wanted to move up to open, I'd have to take at least a full year of no competing and just trying to really pack on the size.
Yeah,
because I mean, I'm going to come in probably 7-8 pounds heavier than last year,
mm-hmm.
and I only had like a 3-4 month off season.
Mm-hmm.
So I would really need a full year though if I wanted to move up to open.
Now, how close are you to 212 whenever you weigh in?
So my best showing probably last year was New York Pro, where I got second place.
Mm-hmm.
And I was only 200 pounds on stage.
Oh, wow. Yeah, you looked a lot bigger.
So I was about 208 at the Tampa Pro 5 weeks earlier, but I was not in condition.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, I talked to my coach, Chris Aceto, and I was like, look, I don't care. I know I'm not going to be the biggest guy, but bring me in as peeled as possible for New York. I was like, this is redemption
mm-hmm.
for not coming in condition like I normally am. And so we just hit it hard as we could. And, you know, the conditioning made me look bigger. So
mm-hmm.
it worked out. But then I kept growing into shows. So I think 5 weeks after that, Chicago, I was about 203 on stage and just as good at conditioning. Mm-hmm. And then by the Olympia, I was about 205 on stage.
Mm.
So, and I was eating more leading into Chicago and the Olympia than I was leading into Tampa at the beginning of the year.
Mm-hmm.
Whenever I wasn't in shape, just finally everything started clicking.
Yeah. See, I interviewed Guy, Sister Nino, a couple weeks ago, and he was talking about how he comes in close to 200 too. I think this last Olympia, he was pretty light.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you think that it's a little more stressful being a 212 guy because you guys got that number that you can't go past? So
yeah, I think
you're always worried about that.
I think this year it'll be a little more stressful for me.
Yeah.
Last year, the reason I wasn't in shape at Tampa was because I was trying to play the size game, because it was my first time prepping for a 212 show.
Mm-hmm.
I thought I needed to bring in the size, especially with all the other guys being a little shorter.
Mm-hmm.
But after that, all I cared about was conditioning. Like, the number really wasn't a factor, because I knew I was going to be under 212 to be in the best conditioning.
Mm-hmm.
So I think this year I'll be a little closer to that 212 limit. And I think that's where I need to be. Like, I think I need to be competitive with the shorter guys. I need to be right at the limit.
Yeah. Now, do you, and I'm sure you see it, do you see backstage where they weigh over 212? I mean, are they pretty strict? Like 212, 212.1, you're done, right?
Majority of the guys I see weigh in. And I think it's funny because I don't want to call anybody out.
No, we don't say any names.
But when they freaking step on the scale and then they post on Instagram, I weighed in at 209.8. And I'm like, you were fully clothed, bro. I'm like, you were wearing long pants and flip-flops and a baggy, like a 3XL t-shirt. I'm like, you probably weighed like 204, maybe.
Yeah.
But I've never seen somebody, I think I've seen somebody maybe one time they really had to strip down because they were right at the limit.
Now, do you think if you came in a little over, they would let you come back and weigh in later, or you've never seen that?
I've seen it in Classic.
Yeah.
And I think I saw Danny Hester miss weight at the Arnold Classic.
Oh, wow.
And they gave him 2 hours. So it's not much time.
That's a rough 2 hours.
Keon actually missed weight the first year he did the Tampa Pro, where he got second place there eventually. But he missed weight, and he was outside running in a freaking trash bag or in a sweatsuit.
Oh man, that's funny. I did the Tampa Pro in 19. Did you do it in 19 or no? When the one Dexter won?
I think that's the one. I did 2017 and 2018. I did the Tampa Pro. Yeah, I did.
I love that show. That was awesome. I mean, obviously, I did the NPC side of it, but
yeah, it's a good show though.
Yeah, it was really good.
My wife plans, because I'm going to do the Tampa Pro this year. She's going to do the amateur, the NPC side.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I met your wife at the posing seminar. She competes too. Is she working on getting her pro card, or?
That's the goal. She took the last couple of years off just because of her career. She got a new job, then she got a promotion, and it was too much to try and.
I know it's hard.
Take that on as well. Yeah. So she actually just got another promotion. So, but she's like, look, I said I was going to do the Tampa Pro. So she's like committed to it. And, we're going to, if it doesn't work out, we're not going to stress about it, but she really wants to do it. So that's the goal.
Yeah. Good, man. Hope she does well.
It's hard coaching your wife though.
Yeah, I was going to ask you who's coaching her. So, oh man, geez,
yeah.
I can't imagine that. There's no way. My girlfriend would be like, "No, you're not coaching me." I can tell you right now.
So I coached her for her first few shows, and we went to nationals. She got top 10, but then I turned pro at that same show that she got top 10. And after that, she's like, "I want you to be able to focus on you." So she went and got a coach, and she did well with him. She won the Europa in Orlando. She won a Monster Classic one year. But then she just came in too shredded for nationals. And
is she figure?
No, bikini.
Oh, she's bikini.
She had the conditioning of a figure or women's physique.
Okay. Yeah, my girlfriend does bikini too. So she
she had striated glutes 4 weeks out. So it was like, all right, you need to back off and fill out. But I was like, I'm not your coach. So do whatever your coach tells you because you're paying them. But,
these last couple of years, I've noticed the NPC's gotten real strict on these bikini girls.
Yeah. There's so many divisions now. It's like you gotta fit in your division. If you're going to be in one division, you got to know what they're looking for.
Yeah. How is it working with Chris Aceto? I've never met him. So, I mean, of course, he's very popular, and, I see him on Palumbo's stuff a lot.
He's honestly, I love the way he coaches. It's very, my wife would say you have to decipher his messages because just the way he responds and the way he says
Well, I
things.
was told that he kind of like, you'll send him a picture and basically he just sends you, okay, do this.
Yeah,
And that's kind of it. Which,
like,
hey,
if
it works.
if you have questions, he's fine with answering them. It's not like he's just like, do what I tell you.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, I usually can kind of figure out why he's saying to do something. And if I have a question, I'll ask, but usually I'm good with whatever he says. And I mean, you're sending pictures almost every day. So you check it in, which I love because it makes me pose every day. So I'm practicing my posing every day. Mm-hmm. But you send pictures every day, and usually it's best you've been, pics tomorrow. Mm-hmm. Okay. Look good, pics tomorrow. Okay. And then it'll be like, do this, pics in 2 days. Mm-hmm. And so you switch the plan up for a couple days, send pictures again. And so but I mean, I enjoy it like that. My wife was like, she'd be like, I would go insane with that.
She'd probably say, yes, and I'm doing fine today. Thank you for having me.
Right. Well, and the fact that you never know, he could change your diet up midweek and like, you know, you've been eating this, this, and this, and then be like, okay, tomorrow eat this. And it's like, I don't have that. I got to go grocery shopping.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Mm. And you train clients too, obviously.
Yeah. I do. I have several clients I'm coaching and I do lifestyle and competition. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think this year we're gonna have a good group of competitors that I'm helping get to the stage. So I'm excited for that.
Mm-hmm. Now, do you have any association with the Daytona Classic over there since it's in your hometown or what?
I mean, I help Michael Matassa. Is
Mike's a good guy. Like he's
a good guy, and he really tries hard to make it a good show for the athletes and the audience. But really, mm-hmm. you know, the athletes, he puts the athletes first. Mm-hmm. You know, he tries to make it a really good show for them, a good experience. So yeah, I've guest posed there before, mm-hmm. With Brandon Curry right after he won the Olympia.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that was nice. I was like, well, I'm gonna look like trash, but no, that was a fun experience though, I guess. And then, you know, I'm always there. You know, it's right down the road, so I'm always there, whether I'm guest posing or just, you know, helping out in whatever way. Mm-hmm. But yeah, we should have actually a good group of athletes competing at the Daytona this year. Mm-hmm. So it'll be fun.
Is Todrick doing Daytona?
If we can get him shredded.
Yeah, he's looking good, man. I've been seeing his pictures and stuff.
He's put on some muscle.
Yeah.
He's thick. He's put on some muscle. Mm-hmm. So if we can get him to stick to the diet.
Yeah. We'll see. If he ends up going to the academy, I told him, I said, yeah, you might have to take this year off, bro.
I know. Well, and that's his problem. He takes a lot on at once, and then he stresses about things. Yeah. So, I mean, he's built all the muscle he needs to do well.
Yeah. Yeah. He's got a good build. He's got a good height. Yeah. He's got the whole package. You could
he's not making weight for Classic anymore.
No, there's no way.
He outgrew that quick.
No.
We got him down to Classic for one season. And even at weigh-ins, like he was still a little over. I had to put him on the treadmill.
Yeah.
And go back and weigh again. But I mean,
I tried Classic 1 year. I tried it 1 year. I couldn't do it.
Yeah. No, I told him after that year, I was like, dude, you're not going to make weight for Classic anymore. Mm-hmm. You're too thick. He's got a very like Akeem Williams build to him, I think. And, you know, obviously not as big as Akeem, but, you know, I think he's got the same structure. Mm-hmm. So I think he could do well if he can stick to it. But yeah, like you said, it's joining the academy. This is going to be a tough one.
Yeah, it is. That's full time, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're, what show are you doing to qualify?
I've got Chicago in 8 weeks, and then
that's in Atlanta,
Tampa,
right?
Yeah, which is in Atlanta.
Yeah.
And then Tampa 2 weeks after that.
Okay.
And I might jump into Texas since it's only a week after Tampa.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
well, it depends on if you win one of those, you won't do any of the other ones, right?
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I like to compete.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So I mean, last year I did 4 shows. Mm-hmm. I think there's only, I can't remember a time I did less than like 3 shows in a year. Mm-hmm. So like even I was already qualified for the 2019 Mr. Olympia I qualified in 2018 because I did a show, the San Antonio, which was like the first qualifier for the next year.
Mm-hmm.
And I won that in 2018. So I was qualified for the 2019 Olympia before the 2018 Olympia.
Mm-hmm.
And I still ended up doing the Arnold Classic and then the Indy Pro and then the Olympia.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I like to get on stage. I like to compete. It keeps me focused. If I take too long off,
Mm-hmm.
then I start, losing the focus.
Yeah. I'm the same way. I mean, even you remember at the NPC level, you're already shredded, you're already dieting. So, and you're paying this money, you're like, shoot, I might as well compete, do a few shows.
Exactly.
Yeah. I never competed. I never dieted for just one show.
Yeah. No, me neither.
No.
Well, actually my very first show ever,
mm-hmm.
I did. And that was just because I didn't know if I actually was going to enjoy the sport or not.
Yeah.
I didn't know anything about bodybuilding actually for my very first show.
Mm-hmm.
A trainer in the local gym I was going to back in my hometown asked if I'd ever considered bodybuilding. And I was like, no, not really. I was like, the weightlifting team all through high school. I like to lift weights, but I don't know about putting a bikini on and getting on stage. I was like, I've never really thought about that. And, but then I decided to try it because it gave me a goal, to focus on and push towards. So, and then, having that goal just keeps making me push harder.
Mm-hmm. And what's your goal? Is it get to open, right?
Well, this year my goal is to be top 5 in the Olympia.
Okay.
I want to break into that top 5.
What'd you get last year? 11th?
11th.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bro, still top 11 at the Olympia is really that was your first Olympia, right?
That was my first 212.
Your first 212.
I did the Classic Olympia.
Yeah.
I placed better in the 212 than I did in Classic.
Yeah, but I mean, to get 11th at your first 212 is really.
I mean, moving up from Classic in 1 year and getting to the Olympia and getting 11th, I really thought I had top 10, but I wasn't like upset because I was like, okay. I mean, granted, John Jewett was off at the Olympia,
mm-hmm.
but he was 4th the year before that, and I still placed higher than him. And, I know Hidetami Yamagishi's, he's getting older, but still he's a legend,
mm-hmm.
and I placed above him and David Henry. And so I'm like, you know what? I didn't place as high as I wanted to, but I really can't be upset.
Let me see if I can find your some of your stage shots here. That's which one's this one?
Yeah, that's last year's.
That's last year's. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Great. You think Sean's gonna run it again?
If he can get on the Olympia stage?
No, yeah. Do you think he's gonna
you mean Sean Clarita? Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know why my mind went to Sean Roden.
No, we're not.
Yeah. See, that New York shot right there, I think that was like my best of the year though. Like that or Chicago was close, but like I think I was just crisp at New York.
What'd you weigh at New York?
That was 200 pounds right there.
Oh man, look at that. Hey,
So,
your quads look awesome.
Yeah, I felt good about that one. Honestly, I felt terrible because I was so peeled down, but
mm-hmm.
I think it was one of my best showings for sure. I was a little bigger and fuller at the Olympia, but I wasn't quite as conditioned. I don't think I was quite as sharp.
Mm-hmm. I like your beat shot here.
Yeah, that was I think after the New York, just a little bit before Chicago maybe. Cool. But to the Sean question, I don't see him slowing down. That's for sure. I'd be shocked if he doesn't come in better than he was last year. I mean, but I don't know how much more he can put on that frame.
That's true.
I mean, he's only like 5 feet tall.
I know.
So he looks insane. Well,
I went there and I saw him at the hotel. It's the first time I'd ever seen him. I I'm 6'4", so it's like everybody's short to me. And he's really short.
Nice guy though.
Yeah. Oh no. Yeah. Yeah. I saw him talking to another guy next to me. He was really.
He was messaging me leading up to the Olympia and stuff like that, talking about, after the show, we're all going to get some pizza together or something like that. And I've never met him before that. Just a nice guy was reaching out to me like that. I was just literally talking yesterday, I think, about Sean Clarita. And I was like, what I love about him is that nobody ever picked him from the start to become an Olympia champion. Mm-hmm. Nobody ever picked him from the start to even really do well, and he proved everybody wrong. He didn't listen to any naysayers and just busted his ass and proved that, he could do it.
Yeah.
That's I love that, because I'm kind of I'm not the first person on anybody's mind when it comes to, especially moving from classic to 212. The first two names you think about when you hear from classic to 212, mm-hmm. George Peterson and Keon Pearson. Mm-hmm. It's I kind of get forgotten sometimes. And so I love that, looking at Sean and be I'm going to do the same thing. I'm I might not be on the front of their minds right now, but I'm going to prove myself.
Mm-hmm. Dorian did that, but nobody really noticed him at first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
and I think you've got that physique, man, where when you do make first call outs, when you get in the top 5, they're going to look at you and they're going to be like, oh, who the hell is this?
I appreciate it. I think that's what happened in New York.
Yeah.
It's
where did this guy come from?
Where the hell did this guy come from? All right.
Yeah.
And that was a fun battle with Bo. Mm-hmm. That was a hard, it could have gone either way, mm-hmm. honestly. Backstage, he came up to me, he's like, dude, you won this show. And I was like, nah, dude, you got it. It could have gone either way.
What was the points difference? Do you know?
I think he won it pretty outright.
Oh, okay.
I'm not as far as the points win on the scorecard, but even everyone was telling us, it's dude, it could have flip flopped. It was apples and oranges. I think he was fuller, I was harder, but the problem was in Tampa, they told me to come back harder. They told him to come back fuller. So we both did what the judges asked.
Mm-hmm. Now, do you put a lot in your posing routines? Are those real important to you, or are you more of a mandatory guy?
So I practice the mandatories more just mm-hmm. because I know that's where we're being judged. Mm-hmm. But I don't want to be that guy that just walks out there and hits a couple shots, to whatever song and,
some Metallica and hit
walks back and forth trying to get the crowd to scream. I was I want the crowd to be excited because I'm doing something interesting, mm-hmm. So I used to practice my posing routine like crazy. And since I've kind of done it so much now, and I kind of know what poses look good mm-hmm. on my physique, it's more about finding the right transitions and doing it to the right music. So I pretty much mentally practice it a million times over and over in my head. Once I pick what song I want to use, mm-hmm. I make that song my alarm clock.
Yeah.
So every morning I'm hearing that song to wake me up. That's good. That puts it in my head right off the bat. And I practice that posing routine in my head over and over mm-hmm. and over. But physically practicing it, I usually do in the hotel room before finals.
Sounds
That'll be the one time I finally actually practice the posing routine.
Yeah. Do you ever watch any of the old school guys, any of their routines?
Oh yeah. Lee Labrada is my favorite poser.
Samir Banu, I used to love watching his.
Samir's good. There was so many, but they just enjoyed it back then.
Yeah.
They loved putting on a show.
I think it was looked at more of an art back then than it is now.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
And now, and it's partly because, with the judging, you can go out and win a show and, not really have to put on a routine. I mean, this is zero knock to Nick Walker because Nick looked freaking insanely amazing at New York.
Nick's a beast, man.
As soon as he walked out, I was like, oh shit, he won the show. I was like, he looks insane. They hit that, like him and Matt Jansen, like nailed that on the money. But then his posing routine at night was like, what, he hit like 4 poses and then like nod his head and walk off stage. So it's like, he knew he had won the show, but he didn't really do anything for a posing routine.
Yeah. See, he could have really had some fun with the crowd.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, imagine if he looked like that and everyone knew he was going to win that show, and then he put on a phenomenal performance along with it. I mean, that would have just hyped it through the roof.
Yeah.
Maybe he's saving it for the Olympia.
I was going to say, where do you see him in October? If he comes in the way he looks, if he looked a couple weeks ago, what do you think?
I would love to see him like compared in that top 6 area.
Yeah,
for sure.
I was going to say he's got a good run for top 5.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure that everybody else has been making progress as well. So it's hard to really say, because you know, we haven't seen Ian yet this year. We haven't seen Hunter on stage yet. So I'm sure everybody else is making progress as well. But it's gonna be a hell of a show for sure.
Yeah. What about Ramy? You think he's going to take it again?
It's hard to say. Not after we've never seen consistency from him.
That's what I was going to say. Yeah, I've never seen a repeat on.
He's been. I mean, he's. That's the first time we've really seen him lean and shredded. Like, I think Chris Aceto got him pretty shredded one time, but he was a lot smaller when he got him lean. So they weren't calling him Big Ramy that year. But I mean, if he can pull off that conditioning or even better and bring out more separation in the quads and stuff, I mean, it's hard to compete with that size for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. Where are you from? You said you're from somewhere else.
I was raised up in the like panhandle of Florida.
Just
so
south of Florida guy. Okay.
Yeah, still Florida. Just a small country town, Crawfordville.
You Seminole fan?
No, I was a Gator.
Oh yeah, well,
even though it's by Tallahassee, and you know, honestly, I didn't follow football that closely. It was more I followed tailgating more closely. I was there for the party, but I was more a Gator fan, more for controversy than anything, just because I was in Tallahassee. So just to start arguments with people for fun. Yeah, I would show up to the FSU tailgate wearing orange and blue.
Yeah, I worked all the Gator games. I usually work them. I work a few of them every year. They're a lot of fun. Yeah. And of course, I get to see the other side of the game.
I had like 3 roommates too, and they were all Gator fans. And then the rest of our friends were all FSU. So I was like, all right, this will be the Gator house.
Yeah. What do you think about Tebow going to Jacksonville?
I saw that. I don't know. I mean, from the little clip I saw, he looked good.
Yeah. Yeah. He's going tight end, I think.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. It'd be interesting.
Yeah.
He didn't look like he'd slacked off any.
Yeah. So I watched a little clip of of course, the interview wasn't very long. You did with Dave Palumbo a couple of years ago. And you talked about how bodybuilding kind of changed your life.
Yeah. Kind of saved it.
Yeah. You kind of got in some trouble when you were younger.
Yeah. I mean, my family was pretty strict growing up. So like after high school, I had moved out pretty quick, and my older brother had just bought a house. So I moved in with him pretty much like a month after graduating high school. And, you know, he was 21, I was 18, you know, so it was a lot of just partying and stuff. And, you know, kind of first time being free and all that, no restrictions. And then he ended up passing away in a car accident one night. And I just kind of went off the deep end for a while, you know, and like it should have been a wake up moment to like maybe you need to straighten up your life. But instead I went the opposite direction and just kind of went off the deep end and, you know, drinking and just partying and doing stupid things, and ended up in jail several times just from stupid things. It was never anything serious. Yeah. But, you know, just, you know, public intoxication, underage drinking. And then I did end up getting like a DUI And that was really what like pushed it over the edge. I was like, all right, started getting into like, I was on probation, obviously, from that. No driver's license. So I was riding my bicycle. I was like, I need something to straighten myself up. I started riding my bicycle to the gym.
And how old were you then?
21, 22.
Okay.
And I was riding my bicycle to the gym, and man, leg day though, I was like calling somebody to come pick me up after I worked out. I was like, I'll get my bike tomorrow. Don't worry.
Yeah. But, no Ubers then.
Yeah. No, not back. That's true. In that town, I don't think there's Uber still.
Yeah.
It was a small town.
Yeah. Okay.
There was only one gym. But yeah, it was just a wake up call, So even after getting into bodybuilding for the first little bit, I ended up slipping back into like partying with my friends and stuff after I did my very first show. And then finally, when I started taking it seriously, like, I was like, I just cut all that out. I was like, there's zero to gain from going out and drinking and all that. And then I met my wife as well. So it's like, I definitely have no reason to go out. All it will do is cause problems.
Yeah. That'll straighten you up too.
Yeah. But it definitely, when I started getting serious about bodybuilding and stuff like that, and realized that what my goal was with bodybuilding and drinking and stuff like that was just going to make me go backwards from away from my goal, then I cut it all out. And yeah, if I hadn't started fitness and bodybuilding and stuff like that, and just kept going down that path, I would definitely either be like probably in jail or not around anymore.
Yeah. Yeah. I've lost some close people to me. It's almost like, even like with your brother, it's almost kind of like he tapped you on the shoulder and said, "Hey man, it's time to straighten up."
Yeah. Oh yeah. And my parents tried so hard to talk to me and get me to, think straighter and clearer and help me out. And I look back at it now, I'm like, geez, they lost a son. And then I put them through hell by acting like an idiot afterwards.
Yeah.
Instead of being there for them and trying to be a good kid afterwards, I like put them through even more stress. So yeah, well, hey, it's made you the man you are today, man. It's made you stronger. I hate that I went through it and I put other people through it with me, but I definitely am glad that I see people now, even that, they're in their 40s, 50s, 60s, and they're still acting like that. And I'm like, I'm glad I at least went through it and got out of it, and found something to focus on to keep me away from it.
Yeah. There's so many people that, and gosh, I mean, of course I see it every day, but they go to more than alcohol, and it just,
oh yeah,
it gets really bad. Yeah. And sometimes they get on stuff that you just, there's no coming back from.
Yeah. I'm glad I never got into like anything hard.
Yeah.
I never went down that path, but I had friends back home that did slip into stuff like that. And yeah, it's an ugly road.
Yeah. Well, in my line of work, I've arrested a lot of people for DUIs and stuff. And I have people come up to me. I've had guys come up to me at the gym and say, "Man, you arrested me 2 years ago, and that's the best thing that's ever happened to me."
Yeah.
And they thank me,
Yeah.
Oh
yeah. There's pissed when it happens, but then once it settles down and they realized, and I was always the type of guy too, like if when I got pulled over or something like that, and I knew they'd just come up to me like, I screwed up. I was like, I'm not going to try and lie about anything. I'm not going to try and argue. I'm like, I know I screwed up.
Yeah.
The funniest part about the whole thing, the DUI, was I got pulled over and they let my, I think my girlfriend and my roommate came and picked up my vehicle for me so they didn't have to tow it. While they took me to jail. And then my roommate booked me.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because my roommate was a cop, and he was working that night, and he was working in the jail, and he actually had to book me and bring me to my cell.
Oh, I can imagine that. See, if that was me, I'd be sending you pictures once a year, say, "Hey, you remember this?"
That was our sarcasm. I was like, I tried to call you to get me out of this, and he's like, dude, I can't get you out of this right now. You got to deal with it.
Nah. Best thing you can do is just learn from it, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, so cool. Yeah, man, that's cool.
Yeah.
So how I remember I was gonna ask you. Everybody I talk to about you, man, they say you need to ask him about how much he eats. How much food you like, well, obviously during when you're in prep, you're kind of limited, but
Yeah.
how much do you eat in your off season?
You know, on a daily basis, it's really not that crazy.
Mm-hmm.
I have like a base diet I stick to pretty much,
Mm-hmm.
but then I'll have my cheat meals that are just kind of overboard.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean,
you ever posted any? Are there any on here or no?
oh yeah, I mean, I haven't gotten any in a while, but
let me see if there's
more. If you look back at some of my old YouTube videos, definitely have a lot more of the horrible cheats and stuff. That was actually a gift from one of my friends. That she has a bakery. That was actually sugar free, believe it or not.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
She has a sugar. She lives in Orlando. She has a sugar free bakery. And it was really good though. It was like banana chocolate chip and everything.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah, that was
there we go.
Kiki's Breakfast Cafe, man. That was awesome.
Oh yeah.
I ate every bite of that too.
Yeah.
I was actually with Bo and his girl. It was my wife and Bo Lewis and his girl. We all went out and ate after the show.
That must be a chain, Kiki's. We have one here.
Yeah. It used to, I think the original was in Orlando, and then they started spreading out. And,
yeah, what's that other one over there? I like
so good though.
Peach Valley.
Yeah, that's right. That's right by my house.
Yeah, Peach Valley's good.
Yeah, there's a place over here in Port Orange called Cinnamon Tree Cafe.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, the pancakes are like each one's like a cake.
Holy crap!
I mean, you're talking pancakes like this, and they're like that big, and that's my place to go if I were ever to get that type of stuff.
Yeah. Now my favorite place is Aunt Catfish's.
Oh, the Sunday brunch.
That bro, whatever that place is like the best.
If you go there they have a Sunday brunch buffet, and it is literally like they have a whole section of just meats that they'll sit there and like slice up fresh for you. An omelet station, a pancake station on Sunday mornings. Yeah. And Catfish, they know how to do it.
Oh yeah. Well, the reason why I was asking you that is because I've been working on it slowly, but I'm trying to do. You ever see the 20,000 calorie challenge?
I've tried it, man.
I've been looking for somebody to do it with.
I've gotten to like 18,000 and I just crashed.
See, I couldn't get past 10 the first time.
Yeah. See, 10 is like a regular cheat day for me.
Yeah. See.
So like it's usually when I hit 15 is when it starts like I got to force food down.
Yeah.
But I've never made it past like I think I got to like 18,200 one time, and I was.
Did you do it by yourself?
Yeah. I think it'd be more fun with somebody else because
I was going to say we might have to do something after the
stuff.
Olympia.
Yeah.
After Olympia, man, we're going to have to set something up and have it videoed and stuff.
I'm down.
Okay.
I was supposed to do it with Keon last year after the Olympia, and then he ended up backing out of the Olympia. Mm-hmm. So we never did the challenge.
Yeah.
But,
no, I want to do it.
I'm down, man.
Okay.
I've done a few like restaurant eating challenges too. I don't know if you know Clay from Team Unmatched.
Yeah.
Me and him, he came over here, and there's a place called Giuseppe's, the pizza place here, and they make I want to say 32 or 34-inch pizza.
Oh wow!
And it was like 60 slices, and it's a 2-person challenge. You have an hour to get it down. It's like 5 toppings, 60 slices, and I think we ended up getting it down in like 38 minutes or something.
Oh, so y'all did it?
Oh yeah, we was only like the 3rd team to ever finish it.
Oh wow!
And the other 2 teams were professional eaters.
The Hard Rock at Universal has the challenge with the cake. Have you seen that one? Yeah,
like
I did that one.
Too.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Did you? I've thought about doing that several times.
Yeah, that's hard, man. Because first they bring you out the burger and then the fries and then a couple of little things. It's not too bad. And they bring you that fucking cake, dude. And I'm telling you,
huge.
Dude,
It's
it's
like,
huge. Like it makes that cupcake that you were holding there look like a cupcake.
yeah.
Yeah.
I did it was funny. The first challenge I ever did in a restaurant was the day I won the San Antonio Pro.
Mm-hmm.
I went straight from getting my trophy to, I can't remember the name of the place, but it was a place. I want to say it was like the Possum Grill or something. It was something weird like that. Yeah. But the Armadillo, I think it was like the Armadillo or something like that. I don't know. But it was they had like a 4-pound burger challenge. And I went in there and I was so hungry. You know, I'd like Aceto carved me up clean as can be for that show. Even after prejudging, it was like a little bit of salmon and rice. You know, he just kept me hard as can be. So I was starving. I walked in there and I was like, yeah, I want to do the challenge. And they're like, you sure? I was like, yeah, I'm sure. And I was like, does it come with sweet potato fries or regular fries? And they're like, it doesn't come with fries. It's a 4-pound burger. I was like, can I get fries? And the woman just looking at me like I'm insane. And then she comes back like 20 minutes later and it's all gone. And she's just like looking at me like I'm not human or something. And then we walked outside and my buddy had gotten me donuts. So I had like 4 donuts. And then we went straight from there and got gelato. And that put me under. Once we got to the ice cream, it destroyed me.
Oh Jesus, that's crazy. Yeah, we just went right before the show. I went to the gym and worked out, and we went to what's that healthy restaurant? There's a chain of them. Now I can't think of the name of it.
I'm not sure. I only go out to eat when it's junk. When I get a cheat meal.
No, but they have really good pancakes. And I'm trying to think of First Watch.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So I went to First Watch, and the guy that was taking order, he was like, I ordered a turkey burger with fries and like 4 other things, and then, throw a couple pancakes on that too. And the guy's like, "You want those now?" I'm like, "Yeah, I want them with my food." Yeah.
So. You sound like me at a restaurant. My wife always we'll go out to eat, and I'll order, and the waitress will turn to her. I'm like, I wasn't done. Hold on. And I'll order again, and then she'll turn away. I was like, I got one more. I'm like, I ordered like 3 meals just for myself.
Yeah. You ever been on a cruise?
Yeah.
Yeah, where you can order whatever you want, basically. Yeah. Yeah, it's been a while since I've been on one too. So
yeah, it's been a while, but I don't think I've been on a cruise actually since I was like 20 years old. It's been a long time. We were supposed to get married. Actually, my wife and I were supposed to get married in the Bahamas in 2017. And that's when all the hurricanes came through and wiped everything out. And we were going to get married in St. Thomas and then go on a cruise from there. And like a month before our wedding, the hurricanes came through, and the resort we were getting married at was like underwater.
Oh, geez.
So we ended up getting married in St. Augustine. Like,
wouldn't it be cool if somebody promoted a show on a cruise?
That would be interesting.
On a cruise show. I wonder if they could do that, because they got the stage and all that, the auditorium. Yeah. I just wonder if all the bodybuilders would get sick from all the sea or something.
You'd have a couple that would probably be seasick for something.
Yeah,
that'd be interesting.
Yeah. So what is your food of choice like after a show? What is it you crave the most, or what do you go to?
Well, I usually get pretty regular like burger refeeds throughout the diet. Like I actually get one tonight. I'm excited for that. So unless if I'm doing another show soon after, I'll probably just do a burger or something, maybe like a couple cookies. But if I'm like done or not doing another show for a month or two, then I got to go with pizza.
Yeah.
I never get to taste pizza while I'm dieting.
No, I mean,
like that's forbidden food while you're dieting. So that's usually my go-to, just because it's something I never get.
Yeah. And you always, I'm sure your clients do too, you always ask for it. Can I have a slice of pizza? Yeah, you know the answer.
I don't even ask anymore. I know it's not allowed.
Yeah, well, with Chris, I wouldn't either. I'd be like, yes, sir. What would you like me to eat?
Most of my clients know too. Like if they're gonna get a refeed, it's usually either gonna be clean, just a higher carb day of clean food, or I might give them sushi or a burger. But it's usually within that realm. It's not gonna be just go eat some junk, I do have a couple clients that you can feed them anything and they won't gain weight.
Yeah.
But that's rare.
You find it hard? Is it hard to deal with clients while you're competing yourself?
Uh, Honestly, I focus more usually.
Mhm.
It's harder whenever I'm in the off season, I think, actually, because I'm not as focused, I guess. I
Mhm.
busy doing other things or whatever. When I'm in prep, it's like everything revolves around bodybuilding and prep.
Mhm.
So it's like it's easier to focus on, you know, other people's preps as well. Especially I don't have to think about my prep. I
Yeah.
just do what I'm told.
Yeah. Mm. And you train quite a bit too, huh? How often you train? You train a couple hours a day? So you do 2 a days?
I used to do 2 a days.
Okay.
Now I go in, I do my fasted cardio in the morning, and
Mhm.
then I train in the evenings.
Okay.
So I used to do 2 a days, and I'll still throw it in every now and then, like if I'm feeling up to it. But it's more of a like kind of cycle through that, because I
Mhm.
think your body can only handle that for so often.
Mhm. Do you think, and I've asked this before with a couple guys, muscular development is different in the morning than it is at night? Do you think it really matters? Like if you first wake up and go to the gym or whether you do it at night, you think your muscles know the difference?
That's a tough one. I don't know. I think your body is smart and it can adapt. So I think if you've trained it like regularly to be used to training in the mornings,
Mhm.
then I think your body's pretty smart and can, as long as you're feeding it
Yeah.
and you're training right, I think you're gonna develop just as well. But personally, I definitely feel like I develop better if I've had a few meals in me late and
Yeah.
it's later in the afternoon.
Yeah. I know when I was coming up, when I started putting on my mass, I was training at 5 in the morning with guys, and I just feel like I don't know, my body reacted well to, and that's when I put most of my mass on.
I mean, yeah, I
Yeah.
mean,
Yeah, I guess everybody's different.
everyone's a little different, yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I've just never been the type of person that can train. I'll wake up and
Mhm.
I actually enjoy doing my cardio early in the morning.
Mhm.
It kind of wakes me up, gets me going for the day. But as far as actually like lifting weights and training hard, I just can't do it. I've never been able to do that early.
Yeah. Do you do cardio in the off season?
Light,
Like,
like more like, you know, taking walks or, I have a exercise bike in the garage. It might be like 20 minutes,
mhm.
nothing intense.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I definitely more for the health than anything, just trying
Mhm.
to keep your heart active and stuff like that.
Mm. Now, does
But
does Chris
I,
Chris put you on a certain amount of cardio regimen?
on prep,
Yeah.
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 So on prep, he does all my nutrition and
Mhm.
my cardio regimen.
Okay.
But like I do all my own workouts and training.
All right. Yeah. Yeah.
So he does, but he'll tell me basically the cardio is he'll tell you the amount of time, and he'll either say easy, medium, or hard,
Mm.
or sometimes he'll throw in intervals.
Mm.
But he usually doesn't even tell me what machine to use.
Mhm.
He just kind of, most of the people he's working with are pros, they're
Mhm.
professionals.
Mhm.
They
Mhm.
He kind of expects a certain amount out of his guys,
Mhm.
So if he tells me to do hard cardio, I'm going to go hard. Right now we're still pretty easy. I took it upon myself to increase the intensity of my cardio a little
Mhm.
bit,
Mhm.
and started doing the stair mill instead of my bike, just to push myself a little more.
Yeah.
But the mainly because I know last year Tampa Pro, I was doing the bike, I was walking the bridge, you know, that was pretty much all the cardio I was doing. And I was getting lean, but I didn't get lean enough. And from Tampa to New York, the
Mhm.
only thing I changed really was switching to the stair mill.
Mhm. When you say walk the bridge, you talking about the big bridge that's over 40 there?
No, so there's my Total Nutrition Gym.
Okay.
It's on International
There's a
Speedway.
big bridge there too.
Yeah, and it's like right outside the gym.
Okay.
So I can go in there. I usually go in, I'll train clients at like 6 a.m.
Mhm.
and then I'll fast the whole time. So I'll get up at like 5:30. I'll go in, I'll train the clients, then I'll do my fasted cardio,
Mhm.
walk the bridge. I usually make my clients walk the bridge because they'll skip their cardio otherwise.
No, that's a good cardio, man. That's like the perfect
So
thing. Yeah, get out there
yeah,
and walk the bridge.
yeah, it's nice weather out.
Yeah.
You outside, sunshine, breeze.
Mhm.
See some dolphins swimming in the water there.
Mhm.
And so I'll go out and I'll walk the bridge with my clients just to make sure they're getting their cardio in.
Mhm. Cool, man. Well, Mr. Jason, man, I really appreciate you coming on. I know you probably got another meal to eat.
Yeah, I actually got to finish this meal still. It's still sitting here.
Yeah, I'm sorry
But
about that.
actually,
Man.
I have a client in half an hour. So yeah, perfect
cool.
timing.
Cool. Well, I usually end these shows by asking kind of some words of wisdom you have for some guys and girls, maybe kind of went through what you went through, maybe going through a little rut.
Man, put me on the spot there. Biggest thing I could say, honestly, is just, I wish it hadn't taken me so long to find my passion. Find something that you truly care about and truly want to be great at, and something that's constructive for your life and not destructive. I say wasted way too much time doing destructive behavior that was taking me nowhere except down. So just find something positive that you can put your energy towards, that'll make a difference not only in your life, but maybe make a difference in somebody else's life. I mean, there's been several instances. I'm not by any means one of the most popular bodybuilders or, influencers or anything like that. But just from doing what I've done, I've gotten so many messages of an impact that I might have had on somebody's life. And, if I hadn't made that change in my life, I probably would have never had any kind of positive influence on somebody that I've never even met, just because I'm doing what I'm passionate about. So, just find your passion that could have a positive influence on, other people around you, and not just your own life, but, help someone else out.
Well said, man. Well said. Well, we'll end it at that.
All right, man. It was good talking to you.
Yeah, you too, man. I appreciate it. And I'll see you at the Olympia. I may see you around before that, but definitely.
I'll see you at the 20,000 calorie challenge.
Oh, you're on.
All right, man.
All right, brother. Thank you.